It's terrifically bittersweet that he's not sitting next to me right now and we're not talking about the film together. We became really close making the film, and I will say, first of all, it was such an honor, and I was so fortunate to be able to play opposite him. It was just amazing. And so I'm so happy to have had that opportunity. But what I'm really happy about is that this is a part of his legacy, because this film, first of all, showed another side of him that people haven't seen. And the other thing is that this role of Albert is really close to who James was. A very dear, earnest, thoughtful, self-effacing guy. Not blustery and so on. You know, it's funny because he was such a big guy. He was so, I mean, he's big. You know, I think he was like 6, I don't know what, 3 or something. And you know, he was massive, but he had this very soft, he had a softness, an inner softness, and it comes through, I think, in the film, and that's really who he was. I read this script and I flipped for it, and it grabbed my heart and just wouldn't let go, the story. It really just sort of, I don't know, I got it, it spoke to me. And then, of course, Nicole Holofcener, who wrote and directed. I've been a fan of Nicole's for years. And the opportunity to work with her was just, I could not do it.
What made you think that Julia would be the perfect fit?
I don't know, look at her. She's so great. She's hilarious. She's very down to earth. She's beautiful, but in an accessible way, I think, you know, like a really pretty friend. And she's really emotional and thoughtful, and our taste is very similar. I mean, I didn't know this obviously until I got to know her, but as an actor, her emotions are right there. Her humor is right there. She's willing to look like an idiot, which is, if you're willing to look like an idiot, I'll cast you. It's very endearing.
Eva's very well-intentioned, and she loves her daughter desperately. But she makes some horrible decisions in this movie, a couple of them, that really bite her in the butt. And so I hope that, speaking for myself as a parent, I've never been so fraught as to make such terrible decisions. I'm sure I have at some point along the line, but I think I won't focus on that. But she means well. And I think that that's why maybe we can kind of relate to her. Mine would say that I am anxious and I worry all the time. And it would also say, I'm nuts.
The set with Jim was great, always interesting, sometimes hilarious. He had a great sense of humor, also willing to look like a fool.